much as that city means to him, will be an all-time career high for him as far as feelings on a basketball court. Coming out of a timeout, Clippers turn it over. Embiid flushes it in. It's a 17-3 start.
Yeah, and not the result, I'm sure.
Let's be very honest. It was a brutal start, but now just a 5-point game under 9 to play in the first half. Mike Scott for three. Sterling banjos in the city of brotherly love. Has the ball batted out of his hands, but into the ready hands of Tolliver. Simmons shows off the footwork, the handle, and the touch.
I mean, 2 spins that time by Ben Simmons.
Such a terrific addition to the NBA, especially for the Clippers. George to an open Patterson for three. Another blocked three-point shot.
And that's just not
2 games, so the Sixers seem like to be in the catbird seat.
But who else? Think about this, and it's a Western Conference team that you say, oh my God, Ben Simmons just the C's parted. Who else used to do that in the Western Conference and not worry about getting the #1 seed? Think about it.
San Antonio.
Exactly. Now, the difference being their crit
Here in this second half.
and look at Morris down, just fighting frontal position. Oh, that time just came off the baseline. Look, miscommunication that time by Batum and Rondo, whether they're going to switch. What? But the question I asked was kind of rhetorical, like with Paul George out, who's going to score?
And then the Clippers give it right back. A tough position for Mann. A tough shot for Simmons.
Want you to be safe, but we also want you to bring the noise.
Thank you, Christina. I am so fired up as Simmons lays it in, and the Sixers continue to stay a step ahead of the Clippers.
Not bad, my friend.
The problem is,
we got we gave them
got the rebound.
We can't really celebrate, can we?
Milton for three. Oh, wow. What a tough possession after a play. Scores and stops, and in that order for the Clippers here. George curling, catching. Senior with the rebound. In 2 possessions, it doesn't matter if it's a 3 or a 2. Yep. Now a stop goes a long way. Korkmaz fouled, count the basket, and send him to the line.
In the NBA, their role players have been terrific.
I think that will be critical as you march to the playoffs. I think the rotation will shorten, but you got to have your key guys. And that's, Mike, I said it in the open, like, I want to see benches in the league are given to this guy, Joel Embiid. And why not, Mike? That fadeaway is sweet.
Harris inside. Ben Simmons to finish.
So getting your opportunity and trying to play good defense against one of the absolute monsters in the low post.
Oh, nice play by Jordan, but it turns into a little serendipity as Ben Simmons was right there to put it in. Flips it up and in. Oh, my goodness. Simmons goes right back down the other way and throws it down.
I mean, how about those back-to-back possessions? A Brooklyn Shamet, when he cut out of the gates, a shell of himself. Now he looks tremendous.
Simmons again, the penetration wide open for Mike Scott, and Scott connects. They're 5 of 8 from downtown here over 4 games together. They're 19-4.
That's correct. And they've had every piece. They have been brilliant. And think about it. In the games, Joel is
7 rebounds now for Embiid. Simmons was very aggressive early on. Embiid stops and connects on a 3-pointer. That's his 3rd 3-pointer. Now with 26 points in 19 minutes.
Yeah, and you know that DJ's first instinct is protect the rim. He's in sync often, but you got to go out and find him. That's your guy. You're checking him. You know he's a trail 3 guy.
Urban. Even Rick Carlisle has talked about how his Mavericks, they miss Seth Curry this year. Kyrie Irving drives left-handed, and Embiid right there to meet him at the rim. And Simmons all over Joe Harris. Good contesting of that shot. Joe Harris is better than he did in that first half as Danny Green throws it away. After he seemed to tweak something, Simmons with the steal. Finds Embiid. Embiid floats it up and in. Defense leading the offense for Philadelphia.
Joe,
you were young? Do you remember them? No.
Vaguely.
You're much younger than I am.
Not that much.
And Simmons, nice right-handed. Simmons now 11 points, 7 assists. The biggest as Green throws it up and air ball. You put Ben Simmons and Thibault together as Tobias Harris runs, goes underneath and throws it down. Strong finish from Tobias Harris and the largest lead of the game on the defensive end. 11-point game as we wind down the third. Double team stolen by Simmons. Great anticipation and the finish. And the 4,000. Brooklyn trying to come up with one last chance. Johnson drives on Simmons, goes, floats it up, shot won't go. Korkmaz has it. And they're not fouling.
Record for the #1 seed right now in the East, the 76ers. Outside Embiid, a three, taking fewer, hitting that one right there. Joel Embiid, a 40. Going to Philadelphia. And Richardson coming to Dallas. Curry outside, second all-time in three-point shooting percentage. Finding Simmons off that baseline for the 76ers. How about the passing side, then the block by Howard. What a pass by Burke. Then Howard's great defense. Volleyballs it away. Simmons aggressively inside and pumps it down. Howard has played.
What a beautiful pass there by Doncic to even find Brunson, though.
Simmons thought maybe a foul. Not the case. Brunson hits the deck, and Simmons comes in with the flush.
And Simmons, and now Tobias Harris gets switched down low. Jalen Brunson trying to guard him and just uses his height.
Doncic with the missed three. They've led by 7. Dallas had an early lead of 2. Points in the paint, plus 10 for Philadelphia. They go in with Simmons, got it, and a foul. Pretty play by Ben Simmons.
Kevin, very uncharacteristic of this Rick Carlisle-led team.
And Philadelphia trying to limit their turnovers, which has been a problem. Once again to the rack goes Simmons, a robust blitzing him. Marjanovic, nice defense right there, knocked away. Doc Rivers raving about the Philly defense. Curry, three, good, he got it to go. Pretty
defense. Leads the league in deflections and loose balls recovered because of that length. And he's pounding Luka Doncic right here, who picks up the foul on the slap down. And so, but if he can get a consistent jump shot, the world will be his. Look at this.
A great steal by Simmons from the unsuspected Stein, and down with the flush. Jackhammering it in is Embiid. And over 3 minutes on that drought, Reg, for the Mavs and putting points on the board. 3, Embiid, book it. Joel Embiid knocks in a 3-point shot, his second tonight. He's got 14 overall. Doncic 3. Easy rebound for Stein. Was blocked, picked up, and driving inside and missing it right there. Dorian Finney-Smith. Nice defense by Philly. Green the other way. Drills the 3. Area. Brunson's now gone 3 of 5. He has 11 off the bench, 10 off the bench by Tim Hardaway. Look at that drive! And sailing in is Ben Simmons. 14 points in the paint, plus 15 points off turnovers. Dallas plus 9 in threes. Doncic with a 3, missing it all. Defended on the play well.
Remember, his green light is evergreen.
Simmons taking all comers and having his way. Ben Simmons had 18 against Phoenix, but
That's a little bit one upmanship.
well, he was trying to claim that Ben Simmons wasn't a real rookie.
It's ridiculous.
And there is Simmons to hammer it back.
Ben with the good timing.
Getting to that time was Joe Ingles, his 7th year from Australia. And there is Simmons right back at it, taking on the terrific shot blocker Gobert and having his way.
So Mitchell, the good start that we had talked about in one of our pregame shows.
I'll tell you what, with no Embiid, plenty of driving room for the Sixers.
Look him
YouTube.
up. Yeah, look him up. He's the reason why.
One of the most colorful players in NBA history and a Hall of Famer to boot as Seth Curry gets into the scoring column.
But it was all 2s. Insane.
Sixers 9 unanswered. And that's Harris and Simmons deftly playing Git. That's their first 3-pointer of the game. Clarkson at 37%. That's average for an NBA player.
And if you're used to seeing him as Curry responds, Clarkson in his old roles, his role is
You got an open shot, shoot it. You don't have to pass 2, 3, 4 times because you might not get that good a shot later in the possession as Simmons swoops in and Ben hasn't missed. He's possessed right now.
has a Vinny Johnson quality to him, right? Just heats up quickly and gets going.
Microwave. Ben Simmons is red hot right now. Gobert, and that pass may have hit the rim, and the Sixers come up with a turnover. Simmons bursting in, and he throws down 2. Give the young fella 19 first. Harris hoping to make contact with Gobert. Simmons, who's been all over the place. Harris got it done with Gobert looming. Tobias Harris, no shrinking. 44-point game he had against the Sixers in Brooklyn. Both teams were not very good. Backdoor was open for Curry, able to sneak it past Donovan Mitchell.
Well, what Quinn does so well is
and leading by 8 for the first time.
Bogdanovich showing you his versatility, not just a three-point shooter.
Ben Simmons putting it back. His first points percentage of 81.5%. Would be the best in the 47-year history of the franchise if they could keep it up. Donovan Mitchell could miss.
Yeah, he was rolling. He gave us his uniform number.
Mike Scott buries the 3, and for Scott, the starter tonight,
Quincy Price.
Quinson.
Yeah. Mercer Island, Washington native.
Ben Simmons adding to his season high, give him 20
in Utah. That's the trick. It's one thing to say, hey, I'm going to get up enough shots. It's another thing to make those shots you get up. Nice move.
Ben Simmons making 10 shots in 15 attempts
tonight. He's unguardable from a Utah Jazz perspective. Keep attacking.
Mitchell uncorking a 3, grazing the rim.
Had to get rid of that quick
percentage, as they call it.
It does. I'm marveling at the fact that he's capable of producing. Nice soft touch. This has been great tonight.
By the way, Ben Simmons.
That long. It's sort of like Mr. Thompson from Golden State. He gets rid of it quickly. Not a lot of dribbles, not a lot of holding on to it. Ben again.
Now he ties his career high of 34.
Go at him, Ben. Go at him. There's nobody in that other side that's going to be able to stop you.
Mitchell had it blocked.
Bad pass.
Sixers had an opportunity off defense. Clarkson, of course, he's going to try to shoot. Korkmaz denies him. 3 on the way from O'Neal. You'd rather he shoot. And here come the Sixers for the first time. Doc Rivers hoping to get some 3-point shooting from him. Simmons, yes, and a career high 36 points for Ben Simmons.
Can't say anything.
Rebound to Isaiah Joe. Here are the Sixers down 10. Simmons at it again. He has been relentless. A career high 40 points for 35 points, a season high. Not bad for a second-round pick as Thibault took it away from Clarkson. And here come the Sixers. Simmons will solo. He's got a career high 42. Need a rebound, and it is Simmons, his 8th.
How good has he been tonight?
Harris for 3. Yes! Tobias Harris, his 3rd 3 of the game. Look at... He's got 37 in the game. That's 5 away from tying a career high. Green just into the game. Buries the 3. Could not have come at a better time. Danny Green with the Sixers down 6 past the halfway point of the 4th.
Again, stops. Sound like a broken record.
Mitchell. Broken free by Howard.
The Sixers go with Green and Simmons in the backcourt with Harris, Embiid, and Curry as their starting 5. And there's Simmons. He goes to work. Reggie, he's in the book. Gary Trent Jr. has been their best 3-point shooter statistically, up over 40%. Simmons powers inside. And Ben Simmons dropping cup.
How Gary Trent has been so good since being in the lineup for C.J. McCollum, averaging about 14 points in these starts. And you mentioned it, the best 3-point shooter as Seth Curry knocks down a long. And they got to perform at the highest level, starting with how they play defensively, which will lead to their offense. What a
Ben
move.
Simmons, a right-handed hook shot. Boy, was Doc raving about how important he is to this team. If you're not watching the Sixers each and every game, he doesn't really show up in the big point numbers, but he's a triple-double threat every night. There's a block by Tobias Harris in the final 9.5 minutes. Fox was 1 for 10, and Philadelphia winning that game Tuesday. They've won 4 straight on the road, and an answer right there to
player in Simmons and Embiid, and the running right-handed hook by Simmons.
Oh, Simmons forces the turnover into Embiid, and there you see they lead by 2. They force 3 Portland turnovers. And Simmons, who's off to a great start, goes to work this time with the right hand, and he scores it. The ambidextrous this evening out with a left ankle injury. Korkmaz, a hot pass to Thibault. Turnover. Here comes Lillard out of the pack, looking up top, and it is blocked. Wow, what a play by Simmons. Oh, my goodness. Thibault for 3. Man, that was some sequence for
that corner 3.
12-2 run here. And, oh, Ben Simmons hammers it down. Puts up a tough contested 3. Comes up short. Had a little more time than he thought, I think. Korkmaz to the hole. Okay. Korkmaz. Wow.
Of containing him, only 6 points. But they're also going to have to take away those 3s. I think a plus 21 advantage from that 3-point line for Portland in that first half. And the reason why they're up 3.
In and out. You saw Simmons with the dunk to get it started. Had a great first quarter, did Simmons. Had 15 in the first half. Embiid was on a tear at the end of the second quarter, and he had a center win an MVP since our colleague Shaquille O'Neal won it, 99-2000 season. As Danny Green lets a 3 go and knocks it down. Good find by Simmons. A center in the MVP discussion in a long time, in a decade really.
Well, it's been a guard-dominated league, with the pace and the 3s, and half of those at the offensive end.
Tie game at 81. Simmons leaves it for Danny Green. What a find by Ben Simmons. Have a 3-point lead. Portland with the ball here. Joel Embiid out of the game. Here is Rodney Hood. Can't get that one to go, and it's cleared away.
Terry Stotts, to have a guy who's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer coming off your bench.
Great weapon. There goes Simmons, and he gets the bounce. A little jump hook by no good. Jones with a rebound. Lillard. Simmons with a board.
So they can do 1-2 screen it. Oh, good give and go there by Embiid to Simmons. Become cutting Danny Green for the easy deuce.
Portland with the ball. 4 minutes remaining in the fourth. Here's Damian Lillard trying to get on track here. Offensive board. Derek emerged in the bubble as a major weapon for the Blazers. He's kept it going this year. Here's Lillard. This is again into the hands of him. It can take some clock. Man, was Jones Jr. up there in the clouds.
Have to foul here if you're Philly.
Lillard, little scoop, no good. Sixers ball, down 3. They hold twice. Curry to tie it, does so. Seth Curry scores.